The number one vitamin deficiency in high blood pressure, aka hypertension, is what we're going to talk about. This is not just for high blood pressure. It's for anything related to the arteries, plaque in the arteries, calcium in the arteries. This information is so vitally important. If you have high blood pressure, the doctors should always check for vitamin D levels. Vitamin D is the most important vitamin, or the inside of the artery, yet it's completely ignored. A person instead is put on medication. I mean, if you look up the actual cause of hypertension, 90% of it is called essential. What does that mean? It means unknown cause. I'm going to be bold and tell you that essential hypertension is a vitamin D deficiency. If we take a look at an artery, you have a very thin, single-cell layer of tissue called the endothelial layer. That is inside the artery, just constantly reacting with things that are in the artery itself, whether there's too much sugar or junk food or whatever. That little layer is going to respond and do something. And if a person is deficient in vitamin D, they lose massive protection against that little layer of cells. And now, the person is very susceptible to the start of many problems. You have to realize that vitamin D is one of the most potent natural substances. There was one study that I found that evaluated over 1,000 different compounds to see which one most potently affected this endothelial layer. And guess what? It was vitamin D. And you're about to learn why vitamin D is so important. Number one, it's a potent anti-inflammatory. Number two, it's a potent antioxidant. And number three, it directly increases something called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is something that keeps the arteries in a state of vasodilation and relaxation. When you don't have enough nitric oxide, the artery starts getting tight and your blood pressure starts going up. Just think about nitric oxide as something that lowers blood pressure. When that little layer, the endothelial layer, becomes dysfunctional, you don't produce nitric oxide anymore. The whole thing is controlled by vitamin D. Vitamin D helps increase calcium absorption in the intestine by 20 times, so it can support your bone health. The calcium has another very important purpose in the body, of providing communication signaling between cells. This is why the body has all these different systems to keep calcium very regulated and keep it in the blood at all costs. Our bodies are not stupid. It doesn't just have vitamin D as the only thing that controls calcium in the bone or in the blood. What happens if you don't have enough vitamin D to calcium in the blood? You might absorb some of the calcium from the food you eat, but not very much. When you have low vitamin D, you're going to also have low amounts of calcium, and your body does not like that. It has a plan B. I gotta bring up something new that a lot of people don't know about, but it's something called the parathyroid. There's 4 glands that are on your thyroid gland. Parathyroid hormone is a backup to vitamin D. If you're low in vitamin D, the parathyroid hormone is going to increase and grab calcium from your bone and put it into your blood to make sure that there's always calcium in the blood. What happens if you're chronically low in vitamin D, like the majority of the population? You're going to get a dysfunction of the parathyroid hormone.